What's going on, guys? Robert 3 Strong here. Today I want to talk about in a little bit more detail my template for strength and muscle mass, which is really my interpretation of a powerlifting program, which is obviously meant for maximal strength gains. So the three different types of workouts that you would use within that program. And each day has a slightly different focus, so you can develop essentially a balance of all the muscle fiber types. Because bodybuilders, they actually have hypertrophy, muscle growth in type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers equally, which is what gives them that size. And so when you're doing a bodybuilding program, you don't just want to do all the pump sets and stuff like that. You want to be able to develop the strength in the type 2 muscle fibers, but also that endurance in the type 1 muscle fibers to develop a well-rounded body and to develop and challenge essentially both the type 1 and the type 2 muscle fibers, so the slow twitch and the fast twitch muscle fibers. So we need to have our max effort day, which is our strength day. This is over 90%, so very high weight, very low reps, 1, 2, maybe 3 reps at the most, and then however many sets you want to do for that. The third one is the repetition day. This is your 10 to 20 rep sets, relatively low weight because we want to be able to handle it for more reps, but it's fairly straightforward. The max effort day is pretty straightforward. Heavy weights, low reps, many sets, and then this repetition day is, let me just get the reps in, so I'm going to drop the weight down, increase the reps, however many sets you want to do for that. Is bodybuilding day. This is the one that's kind of up in the air. This is where you get to pull out all your little tricks and all your little bodybuilding things. And this is really what challenges the muscles in a slightly different way. So heavy, light, somewhere in the middle where we just get to screw around. Well, what are some of those techniques that I can use on that bodybuilding day? So there are plenty more than what I've listed here, but this is a great place to start. These are some extra little things that you can do that get you out of the monotony of, I'm going to do 3 sets of 10. And then if I get crazy, I'm going to maybe do a set of 8 or a set of 12. You know, there's more that you can do to challenge the muscles than just, I'm going to do this many reps at this weight and it's not going to deviate too much. So, supersets. Supersets are one exercise right after the other. So we can do something like a push-pull, where you do, say you're doing lower body leg extensions followed by hamstring curls, or a bench press followed by a row, or an overhead press followed by a pull-up or a lat pull-down, something where you're doing opposing muscle groups, biceps, triceps, that kind of thing. Fairly straightforward. One exercise right after the other, and then you rest. Within this superset category, we also have pre-exhaust sets. Pre-exhaust sets are where you have an isolation movement. So something like a lateral raise, which focuses on the deltoids and to some extent the traps, but mainly the deltoids, followed by a compound movement like an overhead press. So we fatigue whatever smaller muscle group that we want to before that muscle group has to be utilized in a more compound complex movement. We can do the complete opposite of that, where we do the compound movement first, the larger movement, and then we do the isolation movement at the end of it. But what you've done is whatever muscle group you want to focus on, isolate it so it gets work in each of those exercises that you pick. Say you can do the same thing with tricep extensions. I want to hit my triceps before I do bench press because I want to feel my triceps a little bit more. So we're just extending the workout for that muscle group. Another thing you do, drop sets. Drop sets are where you don't change the exercise. You keep the same exercise, but you change the weight now. So you extend the set out by doing as many reps as you can with as heavy weight as possible. Say we're doing bicep curls or something like that. I would love to show lower body exercises, but that's not the angle that I have on this video. So anyway, so say you're doing bicep curls. You pick a weight you can handle for, let's say, 6 to 8 reps. You can't do any more. You go to failure, you put that weight down, grab a lighter weight, something that's about 60 to 70% of what that starting weight was. So say you would go with, 80 pounds, go down to, it's not 80 pounds. Say you start with 50 pounds, you go down to like 35 pounds or something like that. Do as many reps as you can, drop that weight. And so with the drop sets, you can do a single drop. You just do one weight, drop it down to another weight, and you finish off with that, and you're done. You can do 2 drops, you can do 3 drops, you can do as many drops as you want. The point is that you are pushing that muscle to absolute fatigue by lowering the weight every single time. That's a lot of information. This can keep you occupied for months. So plenty of work that can be done. I can definitely show you guys exercises in previous videos, but this is a good place to start. Try it out on your own. See if you like it. Okay? See you tomorrow.